If the Florida Panthers are not a dynasty, they've got to be close. 3 years in a row, they've been to the Stanley Cup Finals. Twice now, they've hoisted Lord Stanley. And this one wasn't close. We'll get to that in just a second. But I just want to talk about Florida because really, what's stopping them from doing this again next year? Obviously, some of their very important pieces are without contracts, including new Conn Smythe winner Sam Bennett. But who isn't going to want to stay around for the ride at this point? I think they can make Sam Bennett's contract work. Hopefully for them, they can get Marchand back as well. I will note, just because of how good he was, especially in the finals, he would have been my Conn Smythe vote, and I think my number 2 would have been Bobrovsky. How many times did I open a video with Edmonton had a great first few minutes, but they couldn't get past Bobrovsky, and that would be the difference. In this series, really these entire playoffs, Florida with a lead was just so deadly. And really, what makes this series feel different than last year's was how simply outplayed McDavid and Draisaitl were. They were outscored, they were outchanced, the advanced analytic numbers were awful, and lots of that comes down to shutdown play by players like Barkov and Reinhart. And I mean, I saw this game before. I saw it when Florida beat Toronto in Game 7. They get a lead, they hold them tight, they execute on mistakes. Edmonton fans, I mean, you gotta be sick to your stomach. You're wasting prime years of your superstars, and by that, I mean, of course, Corey Perry. I'm joking, but I mean, of all the players on the ice, Corey Perry was always a spark of electricity throughout this entire playoffs, even in games like this one. Anyway, it started off bad for Edmonton. Evan Bouchard haters, you've had your ups and downs this playoffs. Obviously, he's been great offensively, has had some clutch moments, but especially in the finals, some tough looks. On the first goal, Sam Reinhart would steal the puck from him, go in, and honestly, get a goal that, Skinner, you gotta save one. Like, you gotta grab one. He had a bad game. He just did. Edmonton needs a real goalie. He's not him. End of the period, Edmonton would fully get their back broken. Tkachuk, who after the game alluded to some mysterious injury, beats him glove side 2-0. At this point, I would have bet, had you given me the opportunity, $50,000, that Florida would have won. Man, I've seen this game so many times as a Rangers fan, especially during the Lundqvist era, where you just know, in your heart, they're not coming back. One of those games where you don't even want to watch, so you walk away, do something else, grab a drink, and just hope that a goal has somehow happened in the meantime. It wouldn't be on the power play, that's for sure. Aside from Kane taking a 10-minute at the end of the game, there was only one called on each team, and it was offsetting. Anyway, near the end of the second, as far as I can tell, Stuart Skinner was alt-tabbed, changing the YouTube video he was watching. The puck deflects off him. He makes no effort to control the rebound. It goes right to Sam Reinhart, who scores his second goal of the game. He'd had 2 more on empty netters for 4 goals. The Oilers would get 1 back, but who cares? Crappy game, man. I had a lot of hope for the series after the first 3 games, but Edmonton just could not keep up. And Corey Perry now has lost 5 Stanley Cups in 6 years, which I feel for the guy. I really do. That's a remarkably awful stat. Anyway, one of the most boring Stanley Cup finals I've seen in some times. Congrats, Florida. I'm not trying to take away from what you've accomplished. It's boring because your team is so good. Just a reminder, we do partner with the App Rate game. Treat it like Letterboxd, IMDb, Goodreads, but for sports games, pretty cool. You can keep a catalog of the games you've watched. I'm giving this one a 5.9 out of 10. Just was not entertaining. Really wasn't. But with that, we now start the ECH hockey off season. I've got some fun plans for this one. We're really going to work on the Patreon, and I want to get things ready for next year as well. See you guys then. Well, not next year. Probably have a video tomorrow on Mitch Marner, for Christ's sake.